Here are 3 things you're doing on stage that are costing you your placing, and you might not even know that you're doing it. Okay, number 1, you're white knuckling your poses. What do I mean by that? You're posing with way too much intensity. Look, I'm all about it. I love intensity on stage. I think it's great. I think it looks really tough. But here's the thing is you don't know how long you're going to be on stage for. And if you're up there just giving it all you got, flexing as hard as you can in every single pose, you might be fine for your quarter turns and maybe 1 round of mandatories. But what if you have to do 2 rounds? 3 rounds. If you're at a national show, you might have to do 4 rounds of mandatories. And if you're up there just like WWE, like it's not going to be good for you. You're going to gas out. So when you're on stage, I tell people to make sure that they're posing with 80% intensity. Okay. And that's because the human eye can't detect the difference between a muscle that's posed with 80% intensity versus one that's posed with 100% intensity, right? Like it's just, you're not going to be able to see a huge difference in the quality of muscle if you're just squeezing the crap out of your muscles. In fact, there's even some poses like your back double bicep or a rear relaxed where if you're flexing your back, you're going to draw all of your musculature medially, right? You're going to draw it to midline because you're shortening all those muscles, and therefore you're shrinking your silhouette. So that's the first mistake, is hitting poses with way too much intensity. Dial it back to 80%. The second mistake that you're making on stage is that you're displaying amateur-like qualities. If you're a bodybuilder, if you're a national level bodybuilder, your goal is to become a professional. What makes you think you're going to get selected to enter the professional ranks if you're performing on stage like an amateur? What do I mean by that? Simple things like hiding your thumbs in your front and rear double biceps, not looking down at your feet when you're transitioning through poses. Nothing screams, I'm an amateur, like looking down at your feet, being unsure of where you need to place them in order to hit the pose the best. You want to make sure that you're displaying professional-like qualities. You're not letting your gut hang out. You're blocking your midsection when you're transitioning. Your transitions are smooth. Your footwork is thought out. You have a breathing plan. If you don't know about a breathing plan, that's something we teach in the J3U Precision Posing course, is how you should be breathing in every single pose. So that's the second mistake that most people are making on stage, is they're displaying amateur-like qualities. And the third thing that you're doing on stage that's costing you your placing is having poor stage awareness. Awareness of where you are in space on stage is incredibly important. You could be up there with 10 guys at once. You need to make sure that you are owning your area of the stage. And I hate to break it to you, you might not always be in the middle. You might be the guy on the very end. And if that happens, you have to realize how the judges table is oriented, right? The top 3 guys in the 1 position, 2 position, 3 position, they're right in front of the judges. Okay? They can stand broadside. However, if you're the 5th guy on this lineup, way over here, way over there, if you face straight ahead, okay, all the judges are over here. Right? If you're over here on the left, you need to make sure that you're turning your body, God forbid, step over the line that you're standing on so that you can direct your body toward the head judge. You need to make sure that he's able to see you. So that's the third thing that people are doing on stage, is they're not having good stage awareness. So today we've talked about 3 things that are costing you your placings. These are just simple discipline things that can be cleaned up in posing practice. All right. So to recap, don't hit your poses super hard. Make sure you're displaying professional-like tendencies on stage. And third, make sure you understand where you are on the stage. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share our channel.